so predictable. Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm your beautiful host, Young Buffett, and in today's video, we're going to talk about predictability. We're going to take a look at what people are talking about. We're going to take a look at Swaggy Stocks, what people on Wall Street Bets are talking about. We're going to take a look at Max Payne again and talk about what we did this week to maximize our profits using Max Payne. And then we're going to take a look at dark pool data. We'll take a look at the stock price today. We'll recap the week. We'll do a lot of things. And speaking of a lot of things, hop over to Finery. We talk about a lot of things here. It's free to join, free to hang out. Lots of fun people in here talking about stocks all day long. So, Ape Wisdom covers Wall Street Bets, Wall Street Bets New, Wall Street Bets Elite, stock market, investing, SPACs, options, day trading, and short squeeze subreddits. Tracks the most talked about stocks in the past 24 hours. Number one being SPY, which makes sense. They had a killer day today. Number two, Corsair Gaming, one of the best IPOs of the year, by the way. Then GameStop, Tesla, Prague had another little pop today, but they've been having an interesting meme-ish week so far. Then we have Space, BBIG, AMC, Smile Direct Club, ATER, BlackBerry, Wish, Amazon, Ocugen, Upstart, SoFi, Facebook, and CLOV. So CLOV, number 18 on the list, getting close to that 50-50 positive public sentiment. Nearby words including puts like Wish, shit, Smile Direct Club, calls down, holding up, good stocks, well, far, price, stop. So overall, still a lot of people talking about it, but it is kind of slowing down in momentum and working its way down the list of Swaggy Stocks, which tracks Wall Street Bets most talked about stocks. It is all the way down here. So the most talked about stock for them is Tesla, CRSR, Space, Amazon, SoFi, Upstart, Wish, Facebook, Apple, blah, 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 all the way down to CLOV. Now, the reason why I'd like to take a look at this, and you guys might already know because we talk about this all the time, but if you're new here, you should hit that subscribe button. But anyways, we like to take a look at this chart because it shows comment volume and the stock price. I like to take a look, if people talk about it, does the stock price follow right after? When the stock price goes up, do people talk about it more or does it fall off? How does it move? So right now, there was a slight divergence between people talking about it and the stock price. But the stock price is coming right back down. But what's interesting is it's coming right back down to the Max Payne. All week this week, we've been watching the Max Payne. I think from last Friday, I told you guys, keep an eye out on this Max Payne. I don't want to say I guarantee you because I can't guarantee things. Nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice or a recommendation or buy or sell any type of security or investment. But I thought it's going to be very obvious with a stock that is so controlled and so manipulated that we would see the Max Payne come to life, which it did just that. And we'll hop into the charts and take a look at it. But if you're new here again, Max Payne is the strike price that the stock needs to close at in order to cause the maximum amount of pain. As the name suggests, how can we cause the most amount of pain to everybody who bought calls and puts? Now, why would you want that? Because if you're a market maker or if you're somebody who's selling options, you want those options to expire out of the money. And if an option expires out of the money, that means it's worthless. For example, if you bought, look at these. If you bought the $8 call that expires October 15th, let's say you paid $10 for that, $30 for that. I think at one point it was $50. I think it peaked at. Some people paid $50 for the $8 call starting from last week, from this week. You know what? I can actually show you guys. Let's hop over to the chart right now because I think it's really fascinating how much money gets wasted here. So jumping into this chart shows you the options premiums price. Now, options are designed to go to zero unless they enter in the money. Now, when this option was first available, looks like 2 months ago it came on the market. It was priced at around $1.35. So you would pay $135 for this contract, as you can see right there. As CLOV moves, so does the price of this option, because the likelihood of CLOV becoming $8 and above increases. Now, as you can see, the price of CLOV would go up, and then so would the option, but then it's designed to go to zero, and due to theta or time decay, it starts to decay. It decayed a little bit to about $1.16 or $116, and then it had a big spike, $3.70. So you would have tripled your money if you had bought this in September, for example. So this spiked up because the price of CLOV spiked up. Now, what's interesting is there are people who are selling this call option, this $8 call option that expired today, for $370. Now imagine if thousands of people are spending $370 on this option. These people, these market makers, these hedge funds, these institutions, people who have more than 100 shares, like me, for example, will sell you this call, okay? That means we are promising to sell you 100 shares of CLOV at $8 a share, no matter if CLOV is $9, we'll sell it to you for $8. If CLOV is $10, we'll sell it to you for $8. That's what this option contract is promising. Now, obviously, if CLOV closes above 8, I'm not going to be happy. Hedge funds aren't going to be happy. Market makers aren't going to be happy. People want it to close at the maximum Payne. They want all of these options to expire worthless. So if I sold you this call option for $300, I obviously want it to get cheaper and cheaper. So I will do everything in my power to make the price of the stock go down all the way down to zero. And that's exactly where the price ended today. Now, last week, CLOV had a spike. I believe it was on Friday. Yes, on Friday. It spiked up, and I sold one of these calls for 17 cents or $17 in premium. Now, it is in my best interest for CLOV to close under 8, and I picked the $8 strike because that was the max Payne. And after watching this stock for about 65 videos now, I was almost certain that CLOV would close under 8 because it's just so manipulated and controlled, and the stock price did just that. I sold this for $17. I collected $17 from somebody who bought this call option, and then waited and waited and waited and waited. And today I bought back that call option, closing out of that position for $6, and I got a nice profit of $11 and guaranteed I keep my 100 shares, and I got a nice $11 out of it. Now I'm going to be looking into other call options to do this with, but it only makes sense to do this if the price continues to go up. When the stock price spikes up like that, it spikes up the premium as well. So that's when you can capture the most amount of premium and let time decay do its thing. And that's exactly what happened here. And that's exactly what different market makers want to happen to the stock. And it's been happening time and time again, and it just keeps on happening. So if you missed out on that one, what's going to happen next week? Jumping into next week's options, the max Payne again is $8. But you have to be careful here, because if you want to go sell a next week call option right now, let's jump into October 22nd. The $8 call is selling for $26. You can sell this and you can collect $26, but if CLOV goes to 8.5 or 9, your option will fall in the money and you're going to have to sell 100 shares at that price. The reason why I was comfortable selling that call option at that price was because my last 100 share purchase was under $8. It was under my cost basis. It was $7.70. So I could sell that call option. Worst case, I would sell 100 shares at $8 and make $30. That's not even worst case. So it's a win-win position if you sell above your cost basis. So again, the whole point of this channel is to track and document and watch these highly manipulated stocks and try to come up with the best ways to navigate through this whole process. And that's why I made this meme stock challenge that kind of evolved into how to play CLOV. And it's been fun to take a look at all these tools that are available, because not a lot of people know that you can hop into the options chain, go to November, say I want to sell the 15 and collect $16 or $17 in premium. All of this stuff is available to everybody. You can sell puts if you want to scale into a bigger and bigger position underneath your cost basis, get paid to maybe buy CLOV at $6 if it does go down that far. Again, we're going to be doing this. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you like this type of stuff. But what's also interesting is the dark pool data. So again, this is a dark pool. We don't know what's going on, but it is interesting to keep track and see how everything is moving. The net short volume for today is 199,000. The net short volume in dollars is positive 1.6 million. So there is a lot of shorting going on, and we don't know what specifically is going on, but you can definitely associate that to the decay that we saw today. Now, a lot of people are looking at adding shares at these levels. I wouldn't mind buying at these levels, but again, we just have to keep an eye out on this Max Payne and follow the money. This post was posted by Cosmic Kramer. Another Friday, another CLOV blatant market manipulation by hedgies in plain sight to collect options. Exactly. We are used to it, so we still hold. It is just more gas to the rocket. Again, just be careful. It's very true. As you can tell, if we hop into the daily chart over here, look at how weird this looks. This red line is the Max Payne. But I'm talking about the weirdness of the candles. It looks like such a barcode, doesn't it? I mean, if you want to hop into like a normal stock, like let's go to Apple, for example. Look at these candles. They look normal. They have like a different length to them, a different consistency to them. It just looks natural, up and down and up and down. This is what natural movement looks like. But then when you hop over to a stock like CLOV, now remember what Apple looks like. If you hop in the CLOV, scoot yourself over, these just look weird. Like, why are they so robotic and controlled? Where are the wicks? And this is a lot to do with algorithms and the different ways that these computers are trading. And another thing is volume. So if there's not a lot of volume, it's just back and forth binary trading activity. But that just points even more so to the fact that if the Max Payne is this red line, 8, then it's just going to work its way right under that to cause the maximum amount of pain. It's very interesting. I'm having a lot of fun tracking it. It's unfortunate that we're financially impacted by movements like this, but it is very interesting, and I'm loving documenting all of this. If you guys have any questions or anything, please let me know in the comments below. With that, I love you. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.